Like it or not, I haven't said this in a while, tanning beds are making a comeback largely because of Gen Z and TikTok. Some people claim it helps with their acne and psoriasis. Both myths, by the way, which have been debunked. Other people claim a base tan can be life-changing. However, according to the Skin Cancer Association, people who first use a tanning bed before the age of 35 increase their risk of melanoma by 75%, according to the Skin Cancer Association. So for more on the risks, obviously, and why we're seeing this resurgence, we are joined by Senior Director of Editorial at Refinery 29, Carly Whitwell. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tanning beds, huh? Why are we seeing a comeback right now?
I don't know. I think, the youth are making the same mistakes maybe we did. I think a lot of it has to do with social media. We know on TikTok that hashtag tanning has 4 billion views currently, and while some of them are for self-tanners, which are great and fine, a lot of people are talking about how tanning beds can give you like a base tan or clear up like certain skin conditions, which is a myth. And apparently like 60% of Gen Z actually believe these myths.
They believe them.
It's terrifying.
It's all that misinformation, right?
Yep.
I was trying to think back to, I tanned in these beds when I was younger, but only a couple of times because, well, look at me. Yeah. And you, were you a tanner?
Yeah, I'm gonna mea culpa, I was, and I stopped around like 22, 23, and now if you see me on the beach, I am full hat, sunscreen, everything. So I think that's why it's especially terrifying, because we learned about this, and we did this in our teens, maybe in our 20s, and then we learned about it, and to see it happening again, and then we're also seeing some celebrities talk about it as well. Kim Kardashian just recently did this office tour where she had a tanning bed in her office and talked about the health benefits, which again are null. There are no health benefits.
So let's talk about the risks.
The risks. Cancer, melanoma, number one. I was talking to a derm last week, and she said, melanoma is an older person's cancer, right? Like a lot of seniors come in with it, but she's calling it an epidemic amongst young people, particularly young women, and just saying that they're just coming in because of the exposure. So very, very scary.
Yeah, you need to know this now. So we know that some countries are placing limitations or bans on tanning. So the UK, for example, has banned tanning beds for everyone under the age of 18. In Canada, all provinces and 2 out of the 3 territories have banned teen tanning. In the US, 44 states have regulations against teens using tanning beds. How are people getting around this?
Oh, how do you get around anything when you're a teenager? I really don't think people are checking IDs at these, which is quite unfortunate. And I think also people can forge notes. There's ways around the system. I think Wisconsin just passed sort of like a step in the right direction. So they passed legislation that will allow, if you're 16 and 17, you need a note from your parents. But again, that's so easy to get around. And it really needs to be a full stop ban, which is what we're trying to do at Refinery 29. We're working with the Skin Cancer Foundation in the US to petition Congress to say enough is enough. Let's do under 18 and then kind of work 18 plus.
And let's talk about the money in this industry. It's a $4 billion industry. What sort of response are we hearing from industry insiders?
I think they're going to come for us. The good thing is, I think the tanning bed industry, they're going to tout what they want to tout and say this is why it works and this and this and this. We can definitely shoot down every sort of fact they present. And then I think what the good news is, the actual self-tanner industry is also seeing a boom. And again, I checked this last night because I knew you were going to ask. The Canadian Cancer Foundation says there's no risks to using self-tanners or spray tans. So please, if you want a tan, you should definitely be using a self-tanner. And that is an industry that we're seeing a lot of innovation in, which is, I think, a positive thing.
Let's end on that note. Carly, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.